from now and then, it strikes me how simple changes I make in my life that actually changes profoundly the quality of my living, physically and mentally. And for this one particular thing was me always judging my entire future based on how I feel right now. So if I'm about to do something tomorrow, I'll check myself within myself, like, how do I feel about doing this thing? And often the answer is like, nah, I don't want to do that, you know? And why was that? Is basically because right now, in that moment, I was processing the idea and the thought. I was completely tired, exhausted, whether because I just came from work or came from workout or just I'm sitting like, having these kind of tiring thoughts sometimes, being overwhelmed. So to the point just recently I found myself waking up. It was very cold, unusual for where I live, and I woke up in the morning and I was like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to even work the entire winter. I'm gonna take it off, completely, without even considering like the financial status or anything, just like that. And it was quite intense that I have to think like, whoa, what is going on? Why would I just have this huge step thoughts just suddenly? And I realized because in that moment I hated it, waking up feeling that cold from the bed when I really wanted to stay longer. And I thought, is it possible that I'm just making the decision just based on my current state? So what if I woke up tomorrow and I felt very good and felt warm and energetic? Would that change anything? And that led me to the idea of reflection on how many times I've been taking decisions of not going out with my friends, not going for this event or whatever, just because it often wasn't something at the moment. It was more like a future planning. Like I have to plan for next week, where I'm going next week, for the weekend, or for work meeting, etc. There is this event, like people from work is going to, that should kind of help in my profession, etc. And I would often just say no because I just feel tired most of the time physically and sometimes mentally as well. So I would say no, 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 until I realize that if I want to make a change on that, I have to do it anyway, right? That's become my phrase for all the videos I'm doing in this channel. I will do it anyway, but I have to write down how I used to feel before and how I felt after. So I can actually come back and kind of give a proof to my mind that it's okay. Sometimes we feel it's a shitty decision, it does not make sense, and it's covered under the umbrella of like it's self-care, you shouldn't do much. If you feel you want to rest, go for it. But it's not necessarily the case, right? Your brain is quite powerful to trick you and lie to you all the time, just in order to kind of keep you in a comfort zone. That's what your brain mostly wired for. So I had to move towards this experiencing, writing down, this is literally how I feel. I'm feeling in my body and in my mind. In my body, physically, I'm feeling cold, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling restless maybe. And in my mind, I feel like I'm not feeling good about this event. I feel like social anxiety about being there, etc. Blah blah blah. I write whatever comes in my mind and in my body, and then I do it anyway. And then after I go do the thing and come back, I do the same work and write. Okay, how was it for me going there? Was it actually that my social anxiety was showing up there as I thought? Was it actually affecting me physically as I thought it would? Did I feel that cold really going diving, teaching diving in the water as I thought that morning? And 90% of the time, the answer was like, no, actually, it was great. We had fun. So why not doing it again? And yeah, from this simple change led to so many experiences that I'm not anymore avoiding it or ignoring it just because of how I feel right now. So I advise you as well, if you caught yourself just being introvert for way too long and not entirely enjoying your life, just think of how many times you judge a future experience based on how you feel in this moment. And that should lead you to something.